I was going through my library. I saw this brochure, which is a catalog of the achievements of Nyesom Wike 100 days in office. All these are projects he executed in his first 100 days in office. After over 100 days in office, the state has no commissioners, no elected representative of the people at the various local governments, no board members. All we have is the governor and the deputy governor running the affairs of this state.
Addressing newsmen at the PDP Secretariat in Benin City, Edo State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Dan Obi, made allegations of massive looting of public funds against Governor Godwin Obaseki during his 100 days in office. Chief Dan Obi, who brought out documents to substantiate his accusation against the Edo State Governor, also alleged that he did not follow due process in the disbursement of the sum of over 190 million naira for the purchase of vehicles on the 2nd of December 2016. According to Chief Dan Obi, Governor Godwin Obaseki also allegedly approved and withdrew another 134,750,000 naira for the purchase of Christmas cards and gift items in December, and another 7 million naira for cab services that deliver the gift items to the beneficiaries. The PDP chairman also alleged that the sum of 77 million naira was used for the renovation of the governor and deputy governor's office. He also accused the Edo State governor of unnecessary withdrawal of public funds.
Under Oshomole, the state witnessed all sorts of approvals. But with Godwin Obaseki, we have observed a very disturbing trend in his approvals. Governor Obaseki approved the sum of 134,750,000 naira for buying Christmas cards, ram, and petty gifts for a state that has not been able to pay the backlog of workers' salaries, allowances, and pension entitlements to our civil servants. You are buying Christmas cards with this huge sum of money. A man who has continued to refer to himself as a technocrat, well schooled in financial management, we approve 191,500,000 naira cash to be paid across the counter for pickup Prado Jeep.
Chief Dan Obi, who called on Governor Godwin Obaseki to explain what has happened to the 11.3 billion naira received by Edo State government as proceeds from the Paris Club, condemned the deduction of 14% from workers' salaries as pension. The Edo State PDP chairman also drew the attention of the state governor to the continuous closure of the accident and emergency ward in Central Hospital, Benin City, months after it was inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari.
In his recently approved appropriation bill by the State House of Assembly, he made a provision for 3 million for buying Panadol and other drugs for government house. That same appropriation did not make any provision for drugs for the general hospitals that we have in the state. In this year's budget, he has made provision, additional provision, for procurement of equipment to the hospital that was commissioned in November that has nothing. In this year's budget, he has also stated that outside this provision for equipment, he has also made additional provision for 500 million for the completion of the hospital, which shows clearly that that hospital was not ready for commissioning at the time he brought Buhari in. The figures are here. They are in the appropriation bill just passed by the State House of Assembly.
The PDP chairman also thanked members of the public for their prayers and support for the party and the party's governorship candidates in the last governorship election, Pastor Saige Izeyamu. Best in Biere reporting.